Afro Circus, Afro Circus. Oh, blue moon. Oh yeah. Let's dive into it, shall we? Alright guys, welcome back to this episode of Rolling with T-Bone, as we are rolling down the road on a blue moon. If you're new here, welcome in. My name's T-Bone. I shoot motorcycle related content and any kind of content really. If you're old here, welcome back. You know what's going on. However, if you are new here, I recommend checking out a couple of my videos, make sure I'm right for you, because I know I'm not right for everyone. If you are new here, you've come on a very cool episode of Rolling with T-Bone. So if you were to stumble upon one episode of T-Bone, Rolling with T-Bone, that might be the episode, this might be the episode. But yeah, as you can see, T-Bone's got the sleeves on, and fall is here, guys. As a matter of fact, today is the first day of fall. So welcome to fall in the North Georgia mountains. So guys, like I said, today's going to kind of be a cool episode, or I think it's going to be a cool episode. But got to do a couple of things before we get to where we're going. However, this is going to be the last regular episode of Rolling with T-Bone. Next week we will actually kick off the Rolling with T-Bone Presents Spooktober. So if you're not into the spooky mindset yet, T-Bone's going to see if he can't help you get there a little bit. What do I mean? I'll let you know right after this. Alright guys, we made it to a destination here. Forgot to tell my GoPro to start working right, but it's working right now, so we're going to ease on down this road right here and see if we can help get y'all into the mood for Halloween. Hey guys, I love the way Blue Moon sounds. Drag pipes sound good. A ton of motorcycles out today, I bet. But one of the places we're going to go to, guys, if you want to Google this, if local people will actually know what it is. But if you ever out on a ride, you're wanting to just check out some cool locations and do some cool things, this place we're going to down here actually is one of the haunted locations in our area. Alright guys, I'm not going to go into the Chastain house today because I don't have permission to go into it and look around, even though the front door is standing wide open. They've got a gate up that's posted to keep out. But guys, this is the famous Chastain house here in our area. This place was built in 1865 by a guy named Jason Chastain. they settled in the area in 1841, and then they built this house in 1865. Now this this is a haunted house, guys, and you can Google this place. It'll show up on Google. It has been visited by paranormal investigators. There are videos on YouTube of it being visited by paranormal investigators. And of course, here is the placard of the house. You can pause right here and read off them names of the Chastain family. But you know, just kind of wanted to visit this haunted house and get you guys kind of geared up for the idea of Halloween and what's going to be coming, because like I said earlier in the video, this is actually going to be the last regular episode of Rolling with T-Bone, because we're getting ready to start the Rolling with T-Bone Presents Shocktober. And just tell you guys, but haunted house or not, this is just a beautiful area to be around, to live in, to visit. You know, you can, or you used to be able to. It belongs to a doctor now, and I can't remember the doctor's name, but if I can look it up, I'll have future T-Bone to insert the doctor who owns its name into the house right now. But a lot of land here, guys, and the land across the road, the way I understand it, all this land goes through here. And the little bit that I actually know about the Chastain house, guys, and the Chastain family is that they were helping slaves. They had a underground network ran through here, and they were helping slaves get up north to the abolitionists who could help them be free. But you can read all about the history of the Chastain house and all the different phases that it went through. It's actually, the doctor who bought it has actually spent a lot of money upgrading the siding, cleaning it up. Looks like it's had a couple of fresh coats of paint on it. Of course, there was some interior remodeling being done. And then there's all kinds of stories, guys, but there's actually one big story about the Indians in this area, and the Chastain family and the Indians you can read about. Like I said, look up all this stuff online, Google it. This is actually one of the coolest places in Fannin County, and not to incriminate myself, but way back years ago, back in the 90s, back before the doctor ever bought this, when this was just a old house standing on the side of the road, me and some of my friends have spent a couple of nights in here. Now, nothing ever haunted, funky like that ever happened. I never saw anything. You know, of course, you would hear weird noises, and, you know, I chalked it up back then to it just being the noises that old houses made. But, yeah. So I'll tell you what, I've got one more location, guys. I'm going to try to get us there on Blue Moon. It might have been better to have been on Copper to try to get to this next location. But we're going to run on down the road here. I'll catch y'all just in a second. Man, this is a cool old house, though. I got to tell you guys, this... I wish I could figure out, because my cousin, well, a distant cousin, but Ricky Brown used to take care of this property, and from what I've heard, he's no longer here taking care of the property. But if Ricky was still around, he could take us up in there. And he had all the cool stories about the house, because he showed it to everybody who wanted to stop by and see it. But maybe some other time I can actually get it a little bit more coordinated, where we can kind of have a tour of the place and hear some of the stories from somebody. But for right now, guys, I think we're going to hop on Blue Moon and head on down the road. But if you want to look it up, like I said, it's just called the Chastain House in Blue Ridge, Georgia. And you can read, and, you know, if you're coming into this area, you know, put this place as one of your stops on your map. You won't regret it. But like I said, the door's open, but it's posted clearly no trespassing, keep out, and I'm not going to break the law and go in there and enter a property when it's posted. I'm just not going to do that. And I'll tell you too, guys, to get to the Chastain house is not a real bad hassle. If you're coming out of Suches, Georgia, you'll find the road to get you there on your left-hand side. Blue Ridge, you'll come out 60 going towards Suches. And I know a lot of even the local people haven't never been to the Chastain house, but go check it out as part of your Halloween fun. And I'll tell you, if you're on a motorcycle, guys, take it easy through here because there's wild animals, deer, bear, adventure riders. But I'm going to see if I can get us into this last location, guys, so y'all just hang tight. Alright, guys, as we go across this old rickety bridge called Shallowford Bridge. Locals will probably know exactly where it is I'm heading to. Some of y'all may not though, so here we go. We're gonna try this out through here. This is where I said it might have been better to have had copper instead of Blue Moon, but here we are. We're going out to our last haunted destination for this episode of Rolling with T-Bone. And we will get there hopefully in just a couple of minutes, so just kind of wanted to show you. Like I said, I just want to kind of get the mood set, if I could, for the Rolling with T-Bone Presents Spooktober, and I guess this is a good time to mention, or, well, remind you of the challenge that I've issued. That's right, T-Bone's Challenge, especially for the non-horror movie lovers. Record yourself watching a good old-fashioned scary movie. Load it up on your channel and I'll come and watch it. And Loose Juice has already decided he's going to do it, and he says he's going to have some fun doing it. So I'm excited to see what Juice comes up with. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what you guys can do with it. Of course, if you're going to ask me, no, I won't be recording myself watching horror movies. I'll be too busy shooting content about horror movies, because I'm a horror movie buff. Everybody who's been with my channel, if you're old here, you know that. You've been around enough to know I'm a movie buff, especially a horror movie buff. I love horror movies. Man, what a beautiful day to be riding like this. Beautiful fall day. Beautiful road to ride on. Of course, it has this natural canopy over it. Well, this ain't too bad. I forgot that the county had chip sealed this road. Used to just be gravel all the way through. And of course, the ideal to come out here and do this final destination. That didn't sound good. To come out here and do this last spot. I had the idea when I was at the Chastain house. Well, I'd had it before that, but it wasn't until I got to the Chastain house that I decided that I was going to do this. But I'll tell you what, guys, I'm going to get down this road a little bit safely, and I'll see y'all when we get there. Hang tight. All right, guys, we have made it out here to Tilley Church. We call it Tilley Bend, Tilley Baptist Church. This is the Tilley Church Cemetery. And this is another paranormal style place. Have often heard all my life that this cemetery and the church were haunted. I don't believe the church is haunted. I don't believe a building where God dwells is haunted, unless set by the Holy Spirit. But there's a vehicle here, and I don't want to just go interrupt someone who may be visiting a family member. But yeah, let's just kind of ease up through the cemetery here, guys. If I quit talking, it's not because I'm trying to be rude. I'm just trying to be respectful of other people here. Yeah, there's some money up on top of the hill. But it's, this cemetery was established in the early 1800s, guys. It's a small cemetery, mainly for just people in this area. A lot of farmers, lawns. But yeah, I tell you, I've come out here before at night, guys, and I'll be honest with you, this place is a little bit spooky. Now again, I've never seen ghosts or any such thing as that. Rumor that there's an old witch buried in the cemetery. People have seen like just all kind of weird stuff. But I'm gonna ease real easy on up into the cemetery here, guys. Y'all just hang on a minute. All right, guys, so we made it up here into the cemetery. And like I said, this has been investigated before. A couple of paranormal channels. The two main distinctions about this cemetery is, number one, there's a rumor of a witch buried up here. And number two, it's just there is an overabundance of children's graves. There's a lot of children buried up here. This cemetery was actually founded early 1800s, according to what the sign says, but actually lore says that this place has been around since the 1700s. But yeah, it's not spooky during the daytime, but if you come up here at night, that's a different story. Used to bring R1 up here when we were first dating, freak her out a little bit. That's what all the guys used to do back in the 90s. I'm trying to remember. Exactly where the witch's grave is. There's a broken tomb rock. There's actually a broken tomb rock up here somewhere, guys. And that is the one that is believed to be her grave. And if I remember correctly, it's back this side of the big tree that stands in the middle. But I don't know. Well, this is a broken tombstone, but I don't think this one's it, because her original tombstone was taken away. Yeah, that's not it. But that is an old, born in 1890, died in 1870, I believe. Or I mean, born in 1890, 1910, died in 1910. But guys, these graves right here, every one of these graves are children's graves. The little white crosses, they're all kids. And that's, by itself, is just spooky, that there's this many kids' graves in this old cemetery. I'm sure there's a historian out there that could tell us. I'm going to write it up as it being in the 1800s. I'm going to say it probably had something to actually do with the plague. Some sort of plague. I don't know if it was a black plague, but I'm sure it was something, because these mountains, guys, were brutal to people that was coming in, here, building up cabins, little places for them to live. And the winter times were very brutal. But yeah, guys, this is our second destination. I do have one more destination, but it's going to come in another video a little bit later on. All right, guys, so this is kind of the end of the spot here. There is a place here that they say in this parking lot where all your batteries will go dead. If you pull a car up here, it won't crank back. I pulled Blue Moon down on the bottom, so I'm going to try to get out of here. So let's see if we can get back on the road, shall we? All right, guys. Wow. So, my suggestion is, outside of these videos, go check out some scary movies to get you into the Halloween spirit. Remember the challenge? The ADV boys probably wonder why there's a blue Super Glide riding around on this road. But what they don't know won't hurt them. But tell you what, guys, I believe that's pretty well much going to bring this episode to an end. Kind of ended with some beautiful riding, visited a couple of cool places. Not sure how long this video will turn out being, but tell you what, guys, I think, like I said, I'm gonna drop it off here. Don't forget to remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, watch a couple videos. If you are new here, if this is your first time, hit subscribe if you like a couple of my videos. If you think I might be what you're, looking for. I know I'm not for everybody. But don't forget the challenge. Go watch yourself a scary movie, record yourself watching it, and put it on your YouTube channel. Come back to one of my videos and say movie watched, and I will go to your page and watch your movie reaction. But guys, I'll tell you what, till the next time, y'all take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. This is Rolling with T-Bone. I'm T-Bone. Thanks for watching. And they call it Sportster love. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I don't think so, Red Rider. We out of here.